Okay, so in this video, we're gonna learn how to interact with physics in our game. So one thing that I have to mention is that remember I said that static meshes are objects that do not move, and that is true. Static meshes actors stay fixed in their environment, but the thing is that they can actually move if an external source makes them move. What can that external source be? It could be the physics of the environment. Because Unreal Engine can actually simulate real life physics when the game is running. What do I mean by that? Let's say I create an object, a cube. So let's say I put it here in the air. If I run my game, you will notice that this cube is floating. It's like stuck in the air, right? That is not something that will happen in real life. An object in real life is just not gonna be floating there uh, in the air, right? Like in real life, the object will be interacting with physics, with gravity, so that the object will eventually fall to the floor, right? So Unreal Engine can actually simulate that. So we can make it so that the objects in our game simulate real life physics. So that's what we're going to be learning today. So how to do that? How to make them interact with physics? The first thing we're going to do, go ahead and follow me. So create the cube here. Then what we're going to do is that we're going to change this on the details panel here. Let me make it a little larger. We're going to change this mobility feature to movable. Okay, so in this way, now the object will be able to move due to an external source. So now it's unmovable. The other thing we're gonna do, you should when you switch this to movable, an additional panel here should come up, which is this physics uh, portion here. So now on this one, we can actually set the parameters of how our object is going to be interacting with the physics of the game. Okay, so very important here, we're going to change this simulate physics feature, and we're going to check it. That way now our object is able to simulate real life physics. So now it is able to, let's say, fall to the floor. But now, for it to fall to the floor, it means that the gravity is making it fall to the floor, right? So you want to make sure that this enable gravity thing here is checked. I think by default it should be checked, so maybe you don't have to change anything, but just double check because this will be what makes the object actually fall to the ground due to gravity. Okay, so when we run our game now, as you can see, now the cube falls to the floor, and as you can see, when it fell, let me run it again, it also kind of like rebounded, which makes sense because if an object falls from the sky, it's probably not just gonna like get stuck to the floor right away. It will bounce a little bit like our cube did here. So that is basically a real life simulation that Unreal Engine can do for our game, for our actors. Okay. Another interesting thing about this physics panel is this mass feature here. We can actually change the mass of our object to make it heavier or lighter. If we change it right now, it's not really gonna matter that much because the cube is just falling. But let's say we're creating a game where the player can interact with the cube, let's say shoot it. Then, if the object is heavier, the object will move less far away. It's harder to push. But if it's lighter, then it can just fly away easily. So this mass property here, you can change it to make the object heavier or lighter. Later on, during the course, we will be doing a little bit more work on this physics. So just remember this for later videos. Okay, but as you can see, this is a quick introduction of how to work with physics in our games.